Your mobile device can be a great tool in capturing photos, videos, and eyewitness accounts from people at a protest or where there's civil unrest. What are important shots that news agencies are looking for? We talked with professional journalists who covered such events, and here's some advice when covering these types of situations with your camera. First of all, you don't want to shoot everything and just keep your camera rolling the whole time. You'll need footage that an editor can work with. Record video in shorter clips, about 5 seconds, and in sequence, shooting wide, medium, and tight shots of each scene. However, if the main action is happening, keep your camera rolling longer if necessary.
I would try to get an establishing shot. Then you want to get shots of people if people are wearing gas masks. If they have signs on their shirts or if they have stuff written on them, you want to get that to kind of help tell the story. Get as many shots of those signs as you can, and in wide shots and in medium shots and in tight shots.
Ideally, if you could get something from the protester side that shows the different kinds of protests, the different kinds of signs, the different kinds of ways that they're protesting.
You want to get a tight shot of their hand as it's in the air, shots of what are the police doing. If there's a lot of police, give me a wide shot that shows that there's a lot of police.
You want the most compelling video, the most emotional sequences you can find, not only what's going on, but people reacting to it.
When you're filming in the middle of a protest, you may not have a chance to use a tripod to make steady shots. Hold your camera or mobile device as steady as possible and keep it a wide shot so the image you're capturing is steadier. Video editors in the newsroom can still zoom in on the action digitally.
Always a tripod. Sometimes people don't believe in the tripod, but it really, really helps.
If you're hand holding it and you zoom in, it might be something that's completely unrecognizable.
When you interview people, look for leaders or organizers at the protest, but also make sure you interview people with other perspectives at the scene to understand what's happening.
Sometimes in sort of like a protest situation, there are certain kinds of people who are put forward as sort of like spokespeople. They, probably have their talking points and are probably not going to stray too far from those. So you want to make sure you get those kinds of people, but you also want to get someone who represents like different aspects of the protest.
In any given breaking news situation, you'll want to keep in mind safety of yourself and others around you.
Try to stay not fully engaged in the protest, kind of stay on the outside of it to kind of just see what's going on.
Protests and demonstrations, again, it's not the kind of thing that you can predict. Those are harder situations. Like, those are just kind of things that you have to be there to kind of like know how to navigate and sort of like rely on your kind of instincts and your sort of like spidey sense that like this is going to get serious and I should probably like hit it and quit it and like get my stuff and like get out of here.
For more information on mobile video DIY and more tips on how to cover various scenarios including breaking news or events, visit mobilevideodiy.com.